I like the fact that I have a little more respect for the Madea thing when he's talked about his mom.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like it made it deeper for me where he said like subconsciously his first 5 movies,
10.
first 10,
first 10 movies were
first
about
10
his
movies
mother.
was about his mom, and it's like to see that and to hear that is like inspirational, especially for what we doing. Like we sitting here right now building our own table. Welcome to Run It Back, the podcast where you come for the entertainment, stay for the sports. I am one of your hosts, Percy.
I am Bobby Bands.
So let's talk about last week. That episode is on YouTube and on Spreaker. If you don't have any of those apps, I don't know what you're doing, but you can also check us out on Instagram in our bio. The link in the bio is there. You can click it and watch and listen to all of our podcasts. So, did you get any feedback about last week's episode?
Yeah, a lot of people actually were like retweeting it and like what is that that Instagram app when you
Basically like a screenshot.
not like you like what's the word I'm looking for?
On Instagram?
Yeah, like you could repost like it's a repost app.
It's like
you know?
the
Yeah, so
repost
people
app.
were reposting it, people were sharing it. A lot of people had lots of stuff to say. They loved what we talked about, you know. We were pretty entertaining. One thing I can do, like if you see, I adjusted the mic, so just me talking into the mic. But other than that,
Say
everything,
it with your chest.
everything else, we got a lot of good feedback.
Right.
How about you? You hear anything?
I mean, that we need a little bit of direction to start. You know?
Hey, we're gonna get.
But I
there.
mean, episode 1.
Yeah, we
You
good.
know, it's for the people.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out the first episode, go check it out again. We talked about a couple things. We're gonna recap it right now. Weed in the news today.
In the news today.
What's his name? What's our governor's name?
Don't disrespect my school like that.
Prisker. My bad. He signed the bill today, so it's actually legal, right?
Yep.
Officially.
Well, it'll be legal in January.
Oh, of course, yeah. You can't shop recreationally.
Right. But you know, they're already making money.
Are they?
This year they'll make $55 million.
Doing what?
Just collecting application fees.
And I know
$55 million in application fees.
And I'm sure people are investing money into here that are in like other weed legal states. Why not? This is like a open market
in the middle of the country.
Yeah.
55. So they said 55 million in revenue this year, like 104 next year, and then the following like 500 million.
God.
So in 3 years, 500 million.
Hey, if you got some money, hey, invest.
$500 million industry.
Yeah, invest into some weed, y'all. Some legal weed.
Legal weed.
Yeah. What else? Well, last week, Dirk. Little Dirk is out, y'all. The rapper Little Dirk. He bonded out for $250,000. I believe they gave him house arrest
because he allegedly.
Yeah, of course.
Right, Reef. Allegedly. He allegedly did what they said he did, and he said he didn't. So we don't know what he did.
Dirk is free.
Right.
The draft. Reef don't want to talk draft.
You want to get into the draft a little later?
Yeah, we'll
talk
draft.
We'll the draft a little later. So what was that question you said you had?
Let's switch this up. Let's switch this up.
Get to that.
Because this is, I seen this on Instagram actually, and it was like a meme.
Right.
And it said if your girl's on vacation, like a business trip, and you FaceTime her, and she's on a boat with like a bunch of different females, bikinis, liquor, bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna feel? What's the first thing you're gonna do? So like, what's your first reaction? I seen this on Instagram. I didn't respond to it because
Right.
But what's something you would do?
Can I pause for a second?
Go ahead.
You know, we forgot to introduce everybody in the room.
You're right.
So let's take a minute to introduce everybody.
We did, my bad. We got caught up.
So your host, as you know, I'm Percy.
I'm Bobby Bands, Adrian, whatever you want to call me. I got a bunch of different nicknames.
He in the building. Also in the building, we got Bruce here today. I'll let the people.
I took Silent Assassin. He don't say much. All you hear is a yo.
Right next to him, we got the Goss Man. And Reef, where you at?
Yes, sir. Cultural creative director.
So to get back on topic, what would I do if my girl told me that she was doing what?
On a boat.
What she tell me she was doing?
She said she was like a business trip. It was just, say she works like downtown.
And she ain't give me no details.
No details. It was just like, babe, text you, hey, we're going to be going out for drinks later. Nothing major. Hit you up, blah, blah, blah. You call her. And it's like an accident pickup. Like, oops. Oh, hey, babe, we're on the boat. FaceTime. And then you're like, who's that back there? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's that back there? Oh, don't worry, babe. It's just like my manager and a bunch of friends and his friends and a couple coworkers. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to call you back. Like, my phone's going to die. Click. And you ain't really got much to say. What are you going to try? What you going to do?
I'm going to try to, personally, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm asking. I want everybody's
opinion. Like, I know a lot of people not going to necessarily agree with me or think I'm weird. But I'm going to try to justify it first so I don't get mad. Like, think
so maybe her phone, maybe her phone did die. Maybe she dropped it in the water. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Her phone might actually be dying. But what's she doing on the boat? Maybe that business trip was a boat trip. And she ain't.
Go ahead, my bad.
Maybe the business trip is on the boat and they got to go handle some business in Cambodia or something.
And it's for charity, for the children.
Right. Okay. You know, remember we used to do that little program, Building with Books?
Yeah.
They do something with Borders now. But but the first thing I'm going to do is try to justify it. And then
what if you don't hear back to the next day?
That phone better be at 100% tomorrow. Right. We got to talk.
All right, let me see. My first reaction, I'd be like, wait, hold on. Whose boat is that?
Right.
Oh, no, it's my manager, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
Phone hang up. I'm calling their mama. Call the mama. I don't know where your daughter at. She was on the boat. I'm worried.
Her phone. She said her phone died.
Her phone died. Let's get a hold of her.
Right.
Track the iPhone. Because you never know. In Miami, if you go, it's on a boat in the middle of the lake or the ocean, whatever. You never know. But I'm not an insecure guy. You know what I'm saying? So I give the benefit of the doubt too. But yeah, I would be still like, what the fuck?
So, do we want to open it up to the people in the room? Or we want to open it up to the people on Twitter first. You know, Twitter.
Let's switch it up.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all got any input? Y'all nothing? Yeah. He loud. Got nothing to say. We're broken up.
Let's not talk about
So yeah, we'll take it to Twitter and Instagram. Let's ask the ladies. Now, if he says he's on a business trip and it's, a day 2 business trip, we're going to be in the meetings all morning, and you FaceTime him and he accidentally answers, and he's on the boat with some females and blah, 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 and all that fun stuff that's not supposed to be fun.
All that fun he ain't supposed to be
He's supposed to be, all that fun he's not supposed to be having. So, ladies, drop your comments or, retweet it. Comment on YouTube.
Tweet us.
Let us know what you will do.
At runitback podcast. At runitback.pc. Or, no, on Twitter it's runitback.pc. Is it .pc or underscore PC?
.pc.
It's .pc, runitback.pc. Tweet us, comment, Facebook us, anything. Let us know your thoughts on that. What you doing if your man is supposed to be on a business trip, but he on a boat with his lady boss?
So what's next? What else are we talking here? What I see something about a nephew story?
Oh, that was my nephew.
Man, I know your nephews and your nieces be doing some wild shit, bro.
He ain't necessarily do it, but so I'm on my way to inspection, right? Mm-hmm. And
if you don't remember, and if you missed the first episode, Percy's one of the hottest real estate agents, not only in Chicago, but was that Bolingbrook? Where were you at? Wherever, everywhere. He everywhere.
Ill Percy. but I'm on Instagram at Shy Percy. So if you need me, holler at me. So my nephew, I'm on my way to an inspection. We closing up on a property, cash buyers, slight flex. We're closing on the property. I'm doing an inspection, and then my sister calls and says her car broke down. Right? Turns out to be nothing. She just needs to get a new battery. But while I'm there, playing with my cousins, playing with my nephews, and then he says, "Ma, my friend told me that girls pee out their butt.
Oh,
is that true?"
my God. Oh, my God.
She goes, something like that. Tell your friend to mind his business.
No, these little kids are getting like smart.
Yeah.
Like last week, Cameron graduated from 8th grade. So we had it was like Hispanics, they do a couple parties in one. So they got like the jumpy house in the back for a 2-year-old party, which is my uncle's like daughter's party.
Right.
And then in the front of the building, we got the graduation party. The liquor's different, the food's different. When the food ran up front, I was in back,
Right.
doing that. So anyway, my little cousin runs up. She's like 4 years old. She goes, "Caden has a little crush back there. He's trying to like talk to the girl." So I go back there like, "Caden, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, she likes me. I know it. But when I told Gigi to go talk to her, she said that she likes DJ." I said, "Hold on, DJ about 14 years old. This little girl's like 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just like, but then they got Gigi back and forth being the messenger. Yeah, because her little brother and those are her cousins. So she over playing matchmaker. Then she going to trick on her. She tricking to her mom. "Mom, they like each other back there." But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just these kids are too damn smart now, man.
They got too much. They got too much.
Next thing you know, they're gonna be sharing Snapchats at 5. Talking about follow my Snapchat.
Get my snap code.
Man, for real.
So that same day, my nephew ended up saying, she asked his mom, like, "So what do you want me to be when I grow up?" Because the older nephew said he wanted to be a fireman, and so he tells his mom, "What do you want me to be?" She said, "I want you to be whatever you want to be." Good mom. Shit.
Yeah, of course.
I want you to be whatever you want to be. And then he says, "I'm gonna be the president," which is like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he growing up in a world where he feels like he could be the president. So we're not gonna get too deep into that right now.
No.
But
No,
you know what
I
I'm
like it. We can keep going
Right.
that way. Keep going that way. I like it. We're gonna keep going. Keep going.
We'll keep going that way a little later.
Yeah.
But she tells him like, "Okay, that's good. You can be the president." And he said, "I want you to come live with me." She said, "No, only you and your wife and your kids can only go with you." He said, "Ma, I'm the president. I can do whatever I want." He said, "I'm gonna build you a part so you can live in that part."
That's
I'm like,
funny.
"Yeah, set them goals." Speaking of black goals, Tyler Perry.
Did you guys see his speech? Anybody see the speech? Any BET Awards? I really didn't watch the BET Awards. I like seeing like couple awards winning.
Right.
But I seen he won the Living Icon Award, and he gave a speech like black empowerment
Right.
and like it was good. Yeah, I don't know if you have comment. I just showed it to you.
Right, yeah,
so.
I just saw it literally like 2 minutes ago. The only thing I saw from it before that was where he talked about the part where people try to get a seat at the table and we build the table. Or while you trying to get a seat, I'm over here building mine. Right?
Yeah.
And it's
And
like,
he said like I'm not a big Medea fan.
right.
Like and that's not the only thing that he does. So like
Right.
when it comes to Tyler Perry movies, like the Medea movies, I really don't watch,
Right.
but I know they sell.
Right, they do.
Like he does numbers in the box office.
But he was getting a lot of shit for doing it because they say like black people or black men gotta dress up as women to be funny and la 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 la.
Yeah, because look at what all the other comedians did it though.
Right. And it's a whole that's a wormhole.
Yeah, that's a different conversation. That's definitely a different conversation to have right there.
But I like the fact that I have a little more respect for the Medea thing when he's talked about his mom.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? Like it made it deeper for me where he said like subconsciously his first 5 movies.
10.
Were,
10.
First
Yes,
10?
first 10 movies were
First
about
10
his
movies
mother.
was about his mom. And it's like to see that and to hear that is like inspirational, especially for what we doing. Like we sitting here right now building our own table.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like we literally put a lot of this shit together. You know, I ain't gonna tell y'all the background behind a lot of this stuff.
A lot of time and, you know.
A lot of effort. And to hear that while sitting here is like, it lets me know that we doing something and we doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of like what we're doing, I feel like is just to reach people.
Right.
Like I seen something on Instagram too. Like you see everything on Instagram nowadays.
Yeah.
But it was like if you're an entrepreneur today, like by next year today, I wish you like to be reaching people, to be touching people.
Right.
And
I
like
saw that.
what Tyler Perry's done, and I wish we, you know, are able to do is touch a group of people that we weren't able to do before we started this.
I mean,
change lives, whether it's in our community, whether it's, you know, on social media and people hear a message that we're giving, you know, just to give out a good message, you know, and keep giving that good message.
thinking of that about that, like I feel like we already doing that. Like just being at this point that we're at today on episode 2. So many people would just walk up to me and like, "You got a podcast?"
Yeah.
Like, oh man. Or like it would be nice if you covered this in your podcast, or I would like to come on your podcast and then talk to y'all.
Yeah, because it's
like we did a preview and one episode.
Because it's a platform,
right?
Like it's somewhere like what they have to say or like what they're feeling, and they can express that to us, and we can express that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can, like we said, we can reach multiple people. That's why it's good when we ask you guys to engage on Twitter and like Instagram or whatever, because we do want to hear what you guys got to say. We want to know what you guys want to hear and what you guys want to talk about, you know. And not to get off topic from Tyler Perry, but that's just a little bit of why we do it. I feel like our chemistry and our brains and our hard work will be able to get a lot of like good content and change a lot of people's lives with what we have to say. So I feel like that Tyler Perry, that it was 4-minute speech.
Right.
He told everybody, sit down. Like, I don't know. He knew, you know, when you get an award like that, you know you're winning it.
Right.
So you're gonna write a speech, but like, he like Brace, you know what I'm saying? Like it was motivational. I liked it.
You're gonna want to sit down for this one.
Yeah, sit down. You know, take some knowledge in.
Right.
Every story's different. Every story starts at different times.
Everybody has a story.
And not even to change it, but just speaking on you. When I went to your graduation, I seen a 55-year-old man graduate from college because he got disabled as a firefighter and couldn't work anymore. But you know, like little things like that is never too late. Never too late. I tell everybody that I believe in that.
That's like when I went to go get my GED, I was like 17, 18.
Right.
Those people probably in their like 50, like you said, late 50s, maybe even the 60s, like seniors. Right?
Yeah.
They're taking the test.
Yeah. I remember my father like going to Clementi night classes because he never made it out of the 6th grade. Like, you know, so.
My dad never finished high school. I think he dropped out. He had like 2 months left, and he had to because he had to go start working.
Right.
Yeah. And it's never too late. I tell people that all the time. Look at how long it took me to graduate. You know, like you go through all this different stuff, and just for him to like say those things, and like they showed videos and like the doors that he opened. Like when we started this and we talked about this X amount of months ago, I said this is just gonna open doors. Mm-hmm. Like, and this is not the reason why we do it. You know what I'm saying? We don't benefit from it, and this is all our money. This is all our time. You know, like he does mostly fucking everything. Shit. He does it all, man. Like, you know, so like to appreciate that and appreciate the hard work, and just I'm gonna, you know, do as much as I can to you know. But not to get off track again.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to create with people that you have a connection with. Yeah. And you know that you can reach people and inspire people. I was just telling Tasha yesterday that same time when I was with my nephews, my sister asked him, "Why you always ask my brother for money when he comes?" She says he says he rich. And it's like it's just the way that you move, you know. And when I'm in front of those boys, I I'm a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just showing them something that's better. And I feel like that's what Tyler Perry has done.
Yeah.
And that's what we are doing right here, sitting in front of this camera with these microphones in our face right now. Like, we're presenting an image, or not necessarily presenting an image, but creating a platform that will allow us to do some things that if we didn't, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know? And if we continue to move down the
we
you
could
got something
go kind of not to go to the sports, but
Yeah.
it's kind of the most like the motivational thing.
Right.
The D Rose moment of the year.
Yeah.
50 points.
Yo, come on now.
That's a fact.
Come on. D Rose scored 50. He was crying, bro.
I almost cried with him, bro.
You
I
I was
cried with
holding
him.
my knees. I'm like, I
Yeah,
felt
you
it.
can relate on a whole nother level.
Man,
with the man.
D Rose, but that's around, that's
Yeah.
that same motivation. That's that never giving up.
Right.
That's that,
Being on the brink of giving up, like to walk away a couple times, but to
Yeah.
know you do this for something bigger than just to hoop. Like the man don't need money, right?
Nah. You see what he take a 2-year deal with the Cavs? Remember that?
Right.
When D Rose signed with the Cavs, because he thought, initially he thought he was going to get a
Fuck
ring.
it, let's get a ring.
Yeah, let's get a ring. Let's hoop. Let me show I could hoop.
MVP in the ring, and you got a solid career, right?
Yeah. Despite the
Right.
injuries.
Based on what you got, like D Rose as a competitor is gonna compete, but he's just not the same dude.
Yeah.
So it's just like, let me put myself in position to win.
And keep working hard.
You know what I'm saying? And working, grinding. You know that grind of ACL.
Been there
I ain't
too
gonna
many
get too much
times.
into your injuries.
Been there too many times. If y'all don't know, we're all athletes in this room, including Tasha. All athletes. I've had a lot of surgeries, so you'll hear a lot of jokes of ACL tears and Achilles tears and all.
A
lot of jokes.
About a lot of tears.
So yeah, you'll hear all those.
But yeah, that D Rose moment was big. It was big. I definitely was happy for him. I think I flooded my story with every single post.
I did. I saw that.
Post I saw. Every time I saw it, like, yep.
It was like the biggest thing in like basketball, like sports.
Everybody
No, really,
was talking
like
about
biggest thing in sports that week, that month. Like,
Right. Everybody was talking about it. You want to get into the one gotta go about that, or you want to get into something else first?
y'all want to talk some? Oh, what with basketball?
Yeah, with that one basketball one. Or
With one never got hurt.
yeah.
We could do that. Y'all want? Yeah, we can do that.
So tell me this. 4 guys, right? We're gonna eliminate them one by one. With eliminate basically means that they stay.
Okay.
Right? So you got 4 guys in a room or on your team, let's say. One of them got to go. So you basically drafting your 3. Not necessarily chemistry or how they would play together, but who would have had the best career, right? So we got D Rose, Brandon Roy, Penny Hardaway, and Grant Hill. One got to go.
One guy.
So who's the first one that's definitely staying for you? Definitely staying.
I gotta stick with D Rose. D Rose gotta stay.
D Rose got to stay. Healthy
Yeah.
D Rose
Healthy D
has
Rose.
to stay.
Healthy D Rose has to stay.
Same for me. Who y'all got? Definitely got to stay.
Reef over there about to like choke up, bro. He was not a big Rose fan until he became a Knick. I showed y'all the facts the other day. But
I say Rose would be my definite.
Rose definitely got to stay.
Who's gonna? Who my other?
I'm
My
rocking
other
D
two are.
Rose first and foremost. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Shout out to Nick D Rose.
I told you.
So we universal with D Rose so far.
I got Grant Hill, man.
As first,
You want to hold Grant Hill?
Grant Hill definitely staying.
But
Grant Hill staying for you?
yeah, but you know,
Okay.
I'm staying too. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Who your first pick? Definitely staying, Bruce.
D Rose for sure.
All right, we're all gonna agree on D Rose.
So everybody got D Rose
First group
staying.
yeah.
So Reef already gave us his second person in Grant Hill.
Two.
Who's your second person?
I second. Just because of to see if that team would have even worked out with the two that's in that backcourt right now. I think
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Brandon Roy.
So you would have kept Brandon Roy?
I keep Brandon Roy. Yeah, if his knees would have never cause he had that thing where he didn't have no cartilage or something.
Yeah, he got the old man knees.
Like me, G. I think that's what I got. Dead ass.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I think if he didn't have that, it would have been nice to see him, Lillard and McCollum, like how that would have made.
Yeah. I mean, but that's another debate. That's like saying Monte, Steph, and
Well, they had
what
to move Monte to get them.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, who's your second one? You got Brandon Roy.
My second one was Grant. Petty.
No, it was Grant.
You.
Or are you changing?
I didn't change.
So who's your first one then?
I said Grant.
Oh, Grant.
So you got
okay.
Grant and Penny staying. Okay. Why Penny?
Yeah, I'm going
I
Penny.
seen that man in the Nike building, man. I'll never forget that day. Wearing
Yeah.
his phone pilots. Never seen Japanese type.
Yeah.
Man, that dude is cold, bro.
Right.
Right to left, left to right. Throw it to Shaq.
He was like what 6'8"?
Come on.
Yeah.
He was like 6'8" point guard.
Yeah.
That's why that was my next pick.
Yeah.
That's my next pick.
I was going Penny too.
Can't stop him.
Who you got going two off your board? Yeah.
Probably got to go Grant Hill.
Grant Hill.
You want Grant?
Grant Hill was
He used
nice.
to be nice.
Grant Hill's nice. Yeah. Pistons. Grant Hill.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the
Check
guy.
those highlights out.
It was knee injuries too.
But we won't, you know.
What you tore ACL too?
Yeah. Knees for all these guys.
You can tell from the man.
What was he was on the what was the last team he was on? The Suns, huh?
Yeah. And he still was serviceable. Like he was a serviceable vet.
He was buns by then. He was buns by then.
Cheeks
We're
McGee.
not going to talk about injury career.
What you want to do, bro?
Serve slaves day.
So he's talking about injuries, but I mean, what's going on?
So his was Grant Hill, right?
So who's got?
And mine was Penny Hardaway.
So you got D Rose and Penny.
Oh yeah, who you got?
I
Who's your
got
second?
D Rose and Penny.
Penny. I got D Rose and Penny.
All right, so I got to choose between Grant Hill and Brandon Roy, who I want to see stay. So one of them got to go. Grant Hill, Brandon Roy. I got to go Grant Hill.
He got to stay?
Yeah, he's staying. Grant Hill's staying. So Brandon Roy got to go. Ain't nothing against Roy. I mean, he was nice, but Grant Hill was just different.
Yeah.
You know, like Grant Hill was supposed to be one of the guys to be the carryover between Kobe and not Kobe. He's supposed to be Kobe before Kobe, right? He's supposed to be like the bridge between Mike and LeBron, right?
Kind of like what T-Mac came in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It was
Like,
a bunch of guys that kind of held it for
Yeah.
a second and then got hurt. Like T-Mac could have been on this list.
no, I thought he was. I thought we were gonna probably.
If you replace Brandon Roy with team.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
we
was.
got a whole nother
Hey, no,
conversation.
that's what. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted
I was
to
sitting
do.
there thinking,
I ain't gonna.
I was thinking about it.
That's
I'm
what I
like,
wanted
man,
to do. Replace T-Mac.
How can I make this harder? But yeah, T-Mac, whoa. Ooh. And then Rose was first off the board though, so that's crazy. Like if you switch him with T-Mac, that he would have been. Like,
So who's
Rose
the-
would
who-
not even
so-
make it. So I got Brandon Roy. Got to go home.
Brandon Roy gotta go home. So your three is
My three is Penny, Grant, and D Rose, and I'll check any three who got what's up.
Hey, I think we all agree, bro. I think we all agree on that.
Penny Grant, T-Man, you got yourself a game.
Penny, Grant, and T-Mac. That's small
Penny
ball.
Grant, T-Mac.
Penny, Grant, T-Mac. You got hella point forward shooting guards.
Yeah, if you're making a team off this, then you got to go like a D Rose, Brandon Roy, and like a Grant Hill or
Yeah, that's
or
a
a Penny.
solid
That's
ass
a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
That's a good 1, 2, 3. Or you could even go Penny Hardaway, Brandon Roy, Grant Hill.
Yeah, can you go wrong?
Not really.
How's Penny as a shooter?
Nah, right?
That's what I thought.
I played on him in 2K.
Slasher.
Yeah. Kind of like T-Mac. All of them guys came in. I think they were all cousins, though, too. T-Mac, Vince. Oh, well, no, that's what... No, yeah, you're right. That's why he was able to, like, stay in the league so long, because he still had his little jumper still.
T-Mac was shooting that.
Yeah, that's
What was
true.
it, like 14 points in 11 seconds or something
That's
like
true.
that?
That's true.
I had drops. I was sending Grant Hill home.
I'm sending Grant Hill.
Sending Grant home?
I'm not a real big fan of Grant Hill.
I'm a big fan. He has a decent career already, kind of. Like, he had longevity.
Well, he did.
Even after the injury, he had longevity.
Yeah,
He did.
maybe because I see him
He was
on
a real
TV.
spot-up shooter, like, after...
He reminds me like a Danny Granger.
Yeah.
Kind of that kind of
That's
player.
another one, though. Like, what Danny Granger could have been without the inning?
Averaging 25 points.
To like 17 or some bullshit.
He was top like 5 in scores in the league.
And he was young, too. He was only
Yeah.
24, 25.
Him and
You
Paul
notice
George
the Spurs
used to be
picked up
nasty.
all the injured ass old T-Macs, the Danny
They gonna run that
Grangers.
system. They gonna run that system. Cause they ain't got no option.
So,
They don't got their athleticism no more. Like, run this system, play smart basketball, and get the ball to Tim.
yeah, that was. I mean, but you had a good. That team was more than just
I know, yeah. An all-time healthy Spurs team is like ridiculous. 'Cause they
Yeah.
got everybody. Like,
So are we talking sports now? Are we going? Because we were doing just. One never
right.
gets hurt. We went from Tyler Perry. Do we jump into sports or we jumping back?
we get into that draft. So what happened with that draft?
Yeah, we can recap the draft. So
You said some wild shit, didn't you?
I listened.
I think we're gonna say that every week.
I listened to the podcast over, just for the sports, just
Yeah.
to recap and come back to this. And the Cavs did take Darius Garland. I said that would be so stupid on the damn
I
podcast.
said the same shit.
We both
We
said,
should, like,
I remember that.
and they
I
took,
literally-
and they're going with the combo guard. That's obvious what they're doing.
but
What's-
they literally said exactly the reason why not to take them is what they said why they took them essentially. Like, you don't want to. I said don't make Dame and CJ again. They said okay, he's Dame, like you said.
Yeah.
Best comparison is Dame. Like,
They're gonna have. I mean, are they in a full rebuild now? Like, are you gonna
they
trade?
already in
I mean, no, they're in a full rebuild, but are they gonna trade Kev Love? Because I've seen something like trade Kev Love to the to the Trailblazers and try to get some, whatever. But are they like shopping right now? Or are you just gonna let K Love, play with these young kids?
they might just. I don't know. I feel like
Who wants Kevin Love's contract though?
they probably shopping them and can't get rid of them.
They've been shopping.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, they making phone calls. They not like,
They've been
hey,
shopping them.
we receiving calls on Kevin. No, they're like, hey, how can we get Kevin to your team?
Yeah.
Can you give me something, please? I don't want this money on my books.
Who else traded up in that draft? Atlanta, Minnesota.
Minnesota got up to 6, didn't they?
Yep. Atlanta got DeAndre Hunter at 4, and we're talking about him going to the Bulls at 7.
At
Remember,
7,
Reef?
yeah.
Who they trade? Atlanta and was it Minnesota? Minnesota. What?
Who did they trade?
No, with the Pelicans.
They traded with
Pelicans.
the Pelicans.
Pelicans had the 4th pick. No, first and 4th.
And that's
No,
how they got
Lakers
down.
had the 4th.
Lakers
Remember?
had 4.
They gave it to the
And then
Pelicans.
they went to
and the Pelicans
11,
traded
right?
it. And the Pelicans traded it to Atlanta for 8th, right?
Yeah.
8th and 11. They had an 8th and a something like that.
Ain't even-
Regardless, that was a good draft for the day.
No, it was not. I think it was a good draft overall. RJ at 3. The
RJ.
top 3 players we knew who was
Top
gonna
3
win.
was like we just watching to see it actually happen. But we seen some crazy shit happen in the draft. Remember Anthony Bennett? What was the Cavs thinking? We're not even gonna go into that, but we just like you have to watch it because some crazy
that's gonna
things
be.
can happen.
Look at it. We're gonna do a segment of who's the worst number 1 draft picks. That's what we're gonna end up having to do. And Anthony Bennett's gonna be the first guy we talk to. Talk about. But
we might be able to talk to him.
Where is that? Where is he? Anthony Bennett. Follow Running Back Podcast. .pc.
Right. I hear you making a comeback. We'll support you.
Fact.
Yeah, the first 3 picks went. You said Kwame?
You too, Kwame.
I think my hand's bigger than Kwame's.
Who? You what?
My hand.
No, they did say
That's
that.
what they
That was
say.
one of the big reasons why, like, the scouts. One scouting was his hands were too small.
I watched a video. Was it that talked about how Jordan is like the reason that mentally he never recovered. Like old man Mike on the Wizards.
Oh.
And you know the competitor that Mike is, and y'all know the story about him punching Steve Kerr at practice on some Adrian type shit. So I was watching the videos. It talked about how Jordan really like dug into him and was like trying to test him. You know, you break him down and then build him back up. And he broke that man down, and that man did not come back.
Some people are not built like that.
Some people
I
are
had
not
to
built
learn
like
that, like coaching.
Are we gonna talk about it?
We're gonna talk
Are we
about
gonna
it.
talk
We're gonna
about
talk about it. Because shout out Miss Dunleavy. She was our AP.
I was just thinking about her today.
You remember when she went to one of our games in high school, and she said, "All right, Adrian, I'm just gonna say one thing. It was a great game. You guys won, but I think you have Tourette's and you're bipolar." That's dead ass. She said that in front of everybody in the class. I'm like, what the hell? She starts laughing. She goes, because you curse your teammates out nonstop, but then 30 seconds later you're happy, clapping. I'm like, yo, because, but it's just because I used to curse a lot. But
There's 2 let's fucking go. Let's
exactly.
fucking go.
You soft ass nigga, and then there's let's fucking go, good ass play. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you had to learn that as you got older. But
Shout out Miss Dunleavy.
yeah, I wasn't angry. I mean, I don't think
I don't think it's angry. It's just like
competitive.
passion.
I was competitive. I was competitive. Yeah.
It was the fact that you knew the potential that motherfuckers had, and it pissed you off when they
When they slacked.
Yeah.
That's
Facts.
Yeah. Even though we all slacked.
That's a fact.
Like we all could have been better than what we were, but when it was time,
Separate up and they didn't
yeah, I'm on your ass.
touch. They don't got that.
I was on, that D-Lo.
Ice in my veins.
Yeah,
Blood in my
that's the one
eyes.
thing I'll say.
Hate in my heart.
I mean, I do that now. Push people. Just push them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Push it. But I was tough. I was a little asshole.
Hey, when I was saying, are we going to talk about it, I thought you was going to talk about the team chart.
Oh, my God.
So, but you brought up Miss Dunleavy.
Mr. Kelly, if you're listening to this, I hated
Tell
this
him how
shit.
you really feel.
I'm going to tell you, like 10 years later, those team charts on the wall with T-E-A-M,
Tell him how to spell it.
right? T-E-A-M. A for added. What was the T for?
Teamwork.
Teamwork. T is for teamwork. E was for effort. A was for attitude. And M was for making decisions. I got one award that whole year. There was like kids that were getting like stickers. It wasn't even awards, it was stickers. We're varsity players in high school, and we got a chart on the wall with T-E-A-M, right? And all right, Ivan got a sticker today. He made a great decision. Ivan, go put a sticker up. Come on,
That great
bro.
decision was hitting the corner 3.
Come on, bro. No. That's too soft. Like, we're not JV. I'm not a 6th grade basketball team. Like, that was one thing. It was so soft. And then you got the players that are the emotional ass players. There were.
That need that shit.
If I'm yelling at them and they put their head down, Mr. Kelly's like, all right, they get played good for today. You know what?
I'm not even
Go-
chiming in on no basketball shit.
Hey, go pull up, put a sticker up for effort today. You didn't play well today, but it was a lot of effort. I understand the method.
Right. The method behind the madness is definitely there. It's just we just not built like that.
Nah.
You know?
They weren't the realest.
No. That's an insider right there.
We just not built like that.
Nah,
man.
yeah.
You
It's
know, like-
just, it comes with our attitude.
Right. I mean, I know for me personally, like, if I'm tripping, like, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Remember
hey,
dude?
get your ass. I'm like, all right, bet. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's all a little more extra push.
Right. Like, you gonna tell that story?
No, I'm not doing that. That's another story.
Let's save it for another
story.
pod.
That's another story about one of our teammates. But anyway, where we go from this?
I don't know how the fuck we ended up on that team chart. Did we even finish the last second? Yeah, I think we did, but
Draft. We're still talking draft.
oh yeah, that's what it was.
RJ went 3.
Right.
Sharif was happy. Very happy.
I think he's still right.
I like not even to like not go with the Knicks. I like Ja at 2 for Memphis. I feel like Memphis needs to rebuild. Mm-hmm. That's a good. He's a once in a lifetime point guard, and he could change that team. Mike Conley still got some years left. I think he can really change. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That can really change Utah.
Get them over the hump.
Yeah. No, they traded Conley now, so I feel like Conley still got some years. It's good to move from Conley. Let him, contend.
How you think him and Mitchell gonna click on the court?
I mean,
How you think they games match? I say, like, I know you can make it work, but like what they do best, you think they work?
Conley's a really good Kyle Lowry. Like,
oh, I see.
So I feel like he can just jump on the team and fit on with anybody. Like, you throw Kyle Lowry on any team,
right,
and he's gonna make it work, even whether he's the starting point guard or not. And like, I think like Mike Conley still got that same grit to him. He's a good defending point guard. He can run an offense. He can pass the shit out of the ball. So I feel like with him and Spidey, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Rubio coming off the bench.
yeah, Rubio coming out. Is Rubio a free agent? I think he's a free agent.
I think so.
I think they're not even gonna re-sign him. Nah, B, I don't want no.
Bruce says the Bulls.
Bruce has B.
Sources.
Nah, I don't want Rubio. I don't want Chris Paul. Y'all niggas can stay wherever the hell y'all at.
Hey, I was rebuilding the Bulls in 2K, and I signed Chris Paul.
Are we gonna talk about the Bulls pick though? We avoided that. We didn't say
we only on 4.
We only on 4. Yeah. We only on 4. We went to 5.
Yeah.
We went to 5.
We did.
Oh. No, 7. We're from Chicago, bro. Come on, let's.
We gotta talk about.
Let's highlight it. For y'all don't know, I used to have curly hair, little afro. Kobe White has inspired me to grow my hair back. I'm kidding. But shout out Kobe White.
Big Kobe.
Corbin White, funny as hell. Bobby
Corbin
White. Call me Bobby White.
Corbin White.
Nah, but I like the pick. Watching the highlights and watching his little accolades at North Carolina. He's gonna be a good player.
I watched a couple UNC games, especially with Duke.
Is he a starter?
Is he?
Yes, he's a starter. He's starting.
I don't know if he starts
Over
day
Chris
one.
Dunn. I think so.
I think he starts. I think the
Chris
Bulls
Dunn's
aren't happy with Dunn.
Chris
They're not happy with what he
Dunn's a competitor. That's the only thing that will make it tough.
I like it.
Me too.
Like, go ahead, put some fire under that ass and get better.
And why not have a back? Whoever competes, somebody come off the bench and give us that same spark.
Right.
You know the Bulls are known for the bench mob, y'all. Bench mob.
Hey.
Bench mob.
Got resigned. Don't forget that.
Who?
Arch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Archie. Little Kirk. That's a little. Come on.
Who? Arch or Kirk?
Team trash.
Stupid ass. It's a New York guy.
We're a point guard away from being a playoff team, man.
Point guard
And
away from being
the Knicks draft
14
needs.
seed.
The Knicks draft
Bro.
needs was everything. Knicks, what you need out this draft? Bitch, everything.
Hey, repeat it again, cause
Shout out ESPN.
you over here hoping on the Brooklyn Nets now.
Oh yeah, we looking.
I told you he a
You see Jalen
Brooklyn
Green?
Knicks fan.
Keep your head up, young man.
Ain't that right? Brooklyn Knicks.
I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, so
But that bet you're gonna lose is for the Knicks.
I mean,
When they just
If y'all don't know, me and Reef have made a friendly wager for
Put it
next
on
year.
wax.
Who will have a better season? We won't disclose anything. It's just a friendly wager.
it's a very friendly wager.
Bragging rights.
a gentleman's bet.
Who will have a better season? Oh, we could do that on too. Twitter. Let's see if y'all want to make it a discussion. Who's gonna have a better season? Bulls versus Knicks.
Biased show, but I mean, we'll
No,
New York,
basketball speaking like basketball facts.
It's a universal language.
Speaking facts and statistics. Hey, speaking facts and statistics. All right. No, not polls. Looking at lineups.
Oh, I mean, you were the fourth worst team, and you had no improvement so far.
How are we
We
not
were
in?
supposed to be last.
You signed Jim Boylan to an extension. Who
Because
was
he's a
that?
tough-nosed coach.
Who?
Jim Boylan is the transition dude. He gonna get these guys.
Come here and play for that dude.
That's the point.
What do you mean?
You're in the middle of a rebuild. You get a coach that's gonna teach these guys what it takes.
They were already
to get to that next
competing. We
level.
weren't even supposed to be winning the last month of the season.
Winning what?
This guy. All right, he be wild. Hey, mute yourself, my nigga. Mute yourself, bro.
Duke 120 games. You
Hey,
suck.
mute
Suck.
yourself.
Hey, we're gonna have to have Bruce escort you out the room. My dude.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Going back to sleep.
How many games y'all win?
Shit, enough to get RJ. Fuck.
How many? No, how many?
Enough to get.
No, look it up.
That's all that matters. I know how many we won.
Tell me then.
How many y'all win?
You just told. You the one speaking all the facts, so speak it.
Deliver.
How?
Numbers.
How?
17.
I want to know
He
seriously.
was 17.
Se-
Haven't improved.
Seriously.
19.
How many games
19?
did the Knicks win?
To 24 games after you guys won.
Okay.
So how are you? You know, where's the?
We was trying to win less than y'all.
Nope. We was trying to tank. They was throwing out every.
No, y'all did tank.
Every-
Y'all just didn't get the first pick.
And we got the third pick. You guys got the
Y'all
seventh.
just didn't get the first pick.
You guys got the tank, right?
But well, yeah. Kobe White.
Kobe White, you know, he won't play for like half the season. He's probably gonna come in after you guys realize Chris.
This
Dunn's
guy
still
don't know
garbage.
what the hell he's
But-
talking
oh,
about.
shit.
This guy don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Optimism.
All right, next subject. Next subject. I think he smoked too much of that Bruise's bunk the other day. Fucking- hey. We gonna switch it right back up to some medical marijuana. This guy has been intoxicated. I don't know what he's been hitting back there. Please disregard Reef. He's on some Reef over there.
Reef
He's
off
on
the
some.
reef.
He Reef off the Reef. But
That's for the mixtape.
yeah.
Reef.
What? Oh, anyway, awards. Let's go awards.
Yeah.
Giannis MVP.
The only two I really cared about was the MVP and that D Rose moment for me.
PJ Tucker, Sneaker King.
He is, bro.
Yeah, we already knew that. That was that. Like, did they have to waste the award on that? You know
No,
what I'm saying?
but
But yeah.
Siakam most improved. I like that. It's a debatable with
most improved?
With most improved. I mean, not most improved.
MVP?
MVP.
Who would you have given it to?
Like previously, it shows whoever has like the most like their team has the most wins usually wins
Best player
the
on the
MVP.
best team.
Best player on the best team.
Especially if it's a new face.
When you're averaging 27, like 12, and like what he averaged, like 27, 12, and 7 or something like that. Like those, you can't deny those numbers,
But then
man.
you gotta look at Harden shit.
I know he's over a
35?
month, 35 what straight games?
No,
Oh, no.
35. He averaged.
Oh no, I know. And how many games did he have straight where he scored more than 30?
It was 30 something.
32?
It was 30 something.
32 or 33?
Over 50, right?
No, he went for like over a month.
Yeah, just dropping.
I
50.
think the record was. Look it up, Bruce. How many? What was the game? What was the games? The amount
many,
of the
50-point
record to
games,
score more than 30 straight.
Oh, you talking about the 30 straight?
The 30 straight.
Well, he also had like 50, like the total number of 50-point games he had this year was also like tied with Wilt.
Yeah, in like 1 week or some shit like that, right?
Like, bruh.
It's tough, man. Do you just give it to?
Who got the scoring title though?
Huh?
Who got the scoring title?
Oh, Harden.
Yeah, definitely. 35 points per game.
5 and 7.
Yeah.
Someone that's averaging
He did it
double.
32 straight games.
32
32
straight games.
Scoring 30.
How many games did Wilt do it? It was like 100.
Yeah.
Some wild ass number. And when
It's gonna say career.
And it said, and when they interviewed Harden, he was like, I was just happy it ended because I was never gonna reach that like milestone.
Right.
I believe
You know
it was
he
like
passed up that shot like 9 times.
Which
I don't
one?
know. He had 29 points that game. He didn't get 30. Or he
Because
had
no.
29 or 28.
Because it's the best basketball, like, making decision. Like, some of them times, like, he was passing
There's
the ball.
times that he normally just step back, travel, pull up.
Yeah, but then people are just saying, like, that week, people are saying, is he going for the 30? Is he going for the 30?
Right.
So I feel like that was in his head. I watched that game. I think it was against, who was against? Utah?
I think so, yeah. I think it was Utah. You know, Kobe did that too, right?
Chamberlain did it 65.
65 consecutive games.
65 consecutive 30-plus games. Probably had hella 50-pointers in there too.
And and to recap, it's awards for over the season.
Right, regular season.
Regular season. It's not finals. It's not finals MVP.
So if it was playoffs included, who's your MVP? Playoffs included. And, but you got to include regular
Raptors,
season, so,
Raptors like kind of locked down Giannis.
Right. So is it still Giannis and Harden?
Yeah, I mean,
It's still between them.
who else has built their resume till that point?
What Kawhi did
I mean,
in the
but Paul
playoffs,
George, look, they got knocked out of the first round.
what Kawhi did in the playoffs, but he missed.
He wasn't even in the
missed hella regular
talks.
season
He
games.
wasn't even in top
I'm
five.
saying,
Like, he wasn't even in the talks for MVP.
Right, but who? That's what I'm saying. Who would you give it to? Like, not the people that were the top three or like the candidates, but just like all things considered. It still be one of those two guys.
Yeah, it has to be. Look at what they did.
And
He has the best, and
Harden went
they
eyeball.
both made it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
The
Western
conference
Conference
finals,
Conference Finals.
Well, no. They got Houston got eliminated before the conference finals.
It was
Houston
them-
got eliminated
it
in
was-
the second
it
round.
was- Yeah.
I should say real words. Houston got eliminated in the second round.
So if you're doing that, then Giannis wins.
You think so? Because he took his team further, better record.
Better record. The numbers are there. You made it further in the playoffs, so it kind of gives you an extra
little edge.
You know.
Right.
What do you guys think? Who do you think should have?
Playoffs included, or
No, just over
regular
over the season. Just
Who's your
most
regular
valuable player? You're biased.
He going
How about
Greek.
you? He's going Greek.
He's
I
going
forgot.
Get
I
him to
forgot.
the Greek.
Gas is Greek.
Giannis is deserving. I think Harden should have was close up there, but I think Giannis is good.
I would have given it to Giannis too, but I wouldn't have been mad either way.
No, me either. You can't. Either way, it's like it's a 50. It's literally 50-50 to me. But did you see Giannis got 78 out of like the 101 votes? So like many more people believe that he was like the more. And I'm telling you, most of the time it's the number one seeded team, best record gets you the best. You know,
Especially if
the
you
MVP.
haven't got one yet. No.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like LeBron really like made people get. Let's give it to somebody else. Like Steph. I know Steph did it back to back, right? Like
He was the first
it was
unanimous.
and then
Yeah,
he did it again.
Uh-huh.
And then like after that, it's just been like Russell, and then Harden, and then now Giannis. And
Yeah. I think
KD
Katie
gets
was
thrown
before.
in.
Katie was a little before, right?
KD was a little before that, right?
What year was it? The 2012 year, right?
When they went to the finals.
He still was with Oklahoma, right?
When they went to the finals
Yeah.
and lost to LeBron.
Real MVP year. Yep. I guess like so since LeBron has been on the like one multiple time MVP.
Even when Rose won it, we were the number one seed in the
Right. Number one team.
Yeah, and they were number 2, right?
And it was some people
And
say
that's
that
what I'm
should've been
saying.
LeBron
Most of the
before.
time, when you have the best record,
Best player on that team, and a new face.
so then who was in contention last year? It was Harden and who? What Russell?
Harden and Russ again, but
And
Russ
who had the-
already won one though.
And who
he
had
averages a triple double again.
and Harden was in contention the year before,
The
still
3
averaging
years
like
before.
30.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're just giving it to kind of like the first
The new
player,
face.
the new face. And Giannis had this. I've never seen a player like Giannis hoop. Like the shit that like it's like seeing like it's just ridiculous. Some of the shit like he takes 2 steps, my nigga, from the 3-point line and dunks the ball.
It does, but the Raptors showed that.
Oh, of course, you exploited his game.
Yeah.
He can't shoot,
It's not that.
and even though he's
I feel like even then though, like it, cause like when you think back on young Bron was able to take over the game no matter what, shooting or not. He was able to come down the lane.
yeah. Older prime LeBron, like in
I wouldn't even say prime LeBron. I'm saying I'm even thinking young.
Right
LeBron,
before
when he got-
Miami.
Yeah,
Oh, he can still shoot. Yeah, when they lost to the Spurs
Not shooting
in the
wise,
finals.
I'm saying like take the game over wise. Giannis doesn't have that instinct into him.
That no. He has the killer in him,
But
but he don't have the offensive game in him. He
He
doesn't.
don't know how
He
to
don't got the
activate
game
it.
yet.
Yeah, he don't have. He
I
no.
think he does.
You think he got the game?
I think he does. He just needs to work on it.
And
His
2K?
jump shot is nice.
Gotta
I like
polish
the
it.
jump shot for him. It's just it gotta speed up.
He got.
That's what it is. He can't create his own shot.
He need a, yeah.
I mean, he's 7 foot. Like,
Yeah.
And then
What
I feel
7 foot-
I feel
what 7 foot guy you-
post-up game is- that'll work a lot for him too, because he'll be able to post up. And
So-
then if he can work off the post jumper and then work off that.
yeah,
too.
how KD changed this game.
Every great figures it out. Get on the block and post
He's young
fade.
too, though. He's younger
Right.
than all of us.
He's
in the
what,
group.
24 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you, 24 years old and that big?
6'11", 7'.
I'm telling you, McDonald's, bro, them chicken nuggets got these kids getting big as hell. Hey, them nuggets and Starbucks, hey, whatever it is.
Them Greek nuggets.
Oh, true. Where was he?
He
at?
went in
He-
McDonald's.
Nah, there's McDonald's in Greece.
No, I'm saying he went in non-McDonald's.
Nah, yeah, true. Nah, but yeah, I had I would have voted James Harden.
You would've
That's
got
my
Harden?
man,
Rookie of the year, Luka and Trae Young.
I had Luka
Yeah,
for a regular season rookie of the year. Yeah,
I had Luka
Luka.
because Luka started hot, stayed hot. Trey,
Yeah,
right?
More highlights. That was one thing that was talked about. The highlight plays.
Yeah.
Trae Young had more. But
Yeah.
I think overall, season wise, he didn't have a
Right.
better season than Luka did.
Defensive
As a
Player of the
season.
Year, Rudy back to back. Rudy Gobert.
Do you think Paul George got robbed of that?
I feel like he's been robbed a couple times. Maybe
Yeah,
the one before,
yeah.
than more than this one. But yeah, I think Rudy got a couple of Paul George's defensive players of the year. I just feel like wing guys just get ignored. But
Snubbed a
it's-
little bit. Yeah.
It makes sense a little bit because bigs are getting ignored for the other awards. Like, so how many bigs actually getting MVP since what, Shaq?
Yeah.
You know, like
Well,
you think about you actually got to stop and think like, did Tim get one? But then would that have been before Shaq? Did
there's no really like
like
big dominant center. I mean,
and that's also part of it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta reward the big somehow. Like look at the All-Star game. Bigs don't even like it's front court and back court. You know, like centers are getting erased from basketball.
Yeah.
You gotta be
but
skilled.
I watched something today on I think it was First Take. Not to like switch this up for the finals and everything, but it was players on the top 5 players under 28.
Right.
They had Kawhi one because he turns 28 next week. Or I think 28 next week. It was under 28.
Right.
They had, I think, was it Embiid? It was Embiid. It was 4 bigs. Durant. I'm sorry. 4 bigs. Kawhi and Giannis, or 3 bigs. Kawhi and Giannis. You got Jokic. You got Embiid, and you had who was the other one that they had? Huh?
Cat.
And Cat. No, it didn't even have Cat. Jokic,
not even sure.
Embiid.
It's a big.
It's a big. Who the hell did they have?
Who?
Who?
Not
can't even-
Vucevic?
Nah, I can't even think of
I
it.
don't even know
But
how
it
to-
was pretty much 3. Anthony Davis. Who? How can we forget? Under 28.
So that's perfect. Like, I saw something. So we all know Anthony Davis just needs to go ahead and pick 5, right? I saw something, or somebody on ESPN said after the Raptors exposed Giannis, basically, that he's a big. He's not a wing guy. He's a big.
Yeah, most of his points came from the paint,
right?
free throws.
His whole dominant stretch was within 5 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
So, how do you think his game changes if he approaches it as a big? Like a versatile big instead of like trying to be a big wing.
I mean,
Be a versatile forward.
he's already. It's kind of hard to say that because I was gonna say take a couple of plays out of Siakam's like book, Because
Right.
Siakam plays that wing big, like where he's not a big.
Siakam is a wing big.
Like,
yeah,
you know,
that's
like
true.
he's on the wing, but he's a big. Like he plays
Right,
power
he plays
forward.
four.
But he doesn't do any, like most of his game is like taking advantage of mismatches, posting up, and that's kind of what Giannis does.
Right.
So, I mean, just stretching the floor. That's all. Adding that shot makes, you know, like
Yeah.
to separate himself.
Well, I mean, that kind of just puts him into the pack, though.
Of the wing big. Yeah.
That Diggs, we got Gasol knocking down big threes in the finals.
Would you say that he's more of a big though, or would you say that the fact that he's too big for the wings to guard him? So like he was cooking centers, like.
And no,
Right.
he made that comment. Remember, he's like, "Oh, they're putting centers on me, and they can't guard me."
Right, yeah. I dare you to put a center on me. I'm going to fuck his ass up.
Right,
But-
yeah, like he feels like that's a mismatch to him.
Yeah.
He feels like anything's a mismatch to him.
He feels like anything's a
Anything.
mismatch.
And I
Because
would
if you
coach
put
him that way.
and if you put a guard on him, that's a mismatch. And if you put
like
a
anything on him is
Right.
unless
Anything
you
that
got
ain't
somebody-
Kawhi.
Yeah, unless you got somebody like Kawhi, maybe Jimmy. I put Jimmy in that list up there to guard him, elite wise.
Yeah. Well, obviously, anybody plus help. Like
Yeah.
elite defender plus a good scheme.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. Definitely, you have to have that good scheme with that elite defender.
I feel like if I don't know, Kobe keep giving his ass these motherfuckers.
That's what's gonna happen.
These
That's-
goals.
Yeah.
He might have to get into the.
he told them a championship next.
Yeah, championship.
And what do y'all think about the Milwaukee Bucks? They have to bring their whole team back.
I think they can address a couple
They need
things.
to add not an all-star. They need a superstar caliber team person on that team.
You think he needs another
He
superstar?
needs another guy.
Yeah.
If he comes back with a jump shot, right? Like if he's able to knock down threes, do you think he can do it by himself? Because now he's opening up that floor.
He's gonna need somebody. If there's anything that he's gonna come back with, it's gonna have to be a catch and shoot jump shot. For the fact that he's so lengthy, he's gonna be able to have to
But-
get to the fact to shoot over people.
He don't
But-
got to be KD.
But catch and shoot, how you can't? It's hard to do catch and shoot
That's
when
what
the
I'm
ball's
saying.
in your hand.
He's gonna
That's
need a
why
point
he
guard. That's what I was
needs-
just about to get to.
Yeah.
He's a point guard. I really don't like. I like Bledsoe, but I don't. He got
And-
exposed the year before, like Rozier exposed the fuck out there.
And I seen something.
This year he was solid. He wasn't trash, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't what they need
In the
something.
playoffs, he went missing
He needs
in that
some
last
all-out
series.
chance, is what I think.
Who? Bledsoe?
Giannis.
Oh, Giannis? Yeah. It makes it hard because, like he said, he's a mismatch for everybody.
Yeah, like I feel like him off ball would be if he had somebody to throw him oops, that'd be all day.
A pick and roll guy.
Yeah, pick and roll guy, set him up in the post real quick, like something like that. He'd need something like that. I feel like that's why Donovan Mitchell, what you had bring up earlier, with Conley too, like that's gonna bring the ball
Out of Mitchell's hand.
Right, that's
And Mitchell
gonna
could
help.
come off screens and he can run, you know what I'm saying, get loose and find his
He can be
spots.
a two guard.
Yeah.
Actual two guard is listed as.
Right.
Lakers, what do y'all think about Lakers? They traded, they
gave away a lot.
everything.
They still got AD for a while too, though.
Who's their point guard?
They got AD locked up for a year.
LeBron's the 1 through the 4. AD is the 5.
Bro.
The way it's looking right now, Bron's point guard.
You seen they're trying, oh, of course, Brown's always the point guard on his team. But you seen they're trying to get J.R. Smith?
Rekindle the flame.
I would do it.
Kendall, what?
He's cheap. He can hit.
That's
jumpers.
that's all it is. It's another player to fill a roster. It's a fill a roster slot. A guy who could just stand and knock down corner shots where you're kicking it to him and he's just knocking down a shot.
And he's gonna be happy doing that, playing next to two of the top 5 players in the league.
And he gonna get blown by defensively because JR is not moving. He needs to go play in the big 3. Like we were saying earlier, go sit your ass in the big 3, JR. Nobody wants to see you in no NBA finals no more, bro.
If I was the general manager and I needed some money, and I needed
Bro, there's a lot of
roster.
there's a lot of free agents.
Hey,
A lot. This summer is big.
you got to fill that roster.
Of course.
$27,000.
And that's what I'm saying. All it is they're going to sign him to a veterans minimum, get him on the team. They're talking about signing the backup point guard from 76ers, TJ McDonald, to be their starting point guard just because he's cheap.
they can get Archidiakono and they'll be straight at point because they got LeBron.
But in the playoffs, is that enough?
Dellavedova.
Like you seen before they even did the Anthony Davis trade, they had the Lakers with the best odds to win the NBA championship because KD got hurt and Clay got hurt. Yeah. How does LeBron by himself? I understand LeBron is LeBron, but with that team last year, they didn't even make the playoffs. How do they automatically make it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, best odds to win NBA Finals. They
He's got this like the first time Bron hasn't been in the fucking playoffs or the finals in about what?
The last 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Back when phones had a ringtone.
Through the phone.
When you had call tones where you was listening to a song like
Yeah,
that's so true.
Nah, I don't know what I mean. It's gonna be a tough situation for the Lakers. They're gonna compete just because you got AD and LeBron. Yeah. But you need to fill that lineup. Huh? Kuz, I would have kept Kuz too.
Yeah, they got Kuz.
But the Pelicans, I feel like the Pelicans won right there.
Yeah.
Bro, you got Lonzo, Holiday, Ingram, Zion. Okafor at the 5 is pretty much what they're saying. That's a young, solid team. I think they could compete in the West.
So being a, is he still there?
Noel?
Is he on the Pelicans still?
Nah, remember he was on the Cavs or something like that. I mean, not the Cavs. The Cavs, the Mavs. Yeah. Remember he was on the Mavs.
Yeah, but he was in a bad situation the last.
Yeah. They tried to trade him too. What were you gonna say?
Is it bandwagoning if you jump on as a Pelicans fan all of a sudden because they have a good team, or is it like being a basketball fan?
I think for me it's a basketball fan.
Recognizing a good team when you see one and wanting to follow that team.
It's not.
How I feel about the Knicks.
What you feel about the Knicks?
I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, no. What it is it's not that I'm jumping on the bandwagon. It's just that like I'm like excited about the basketball.
Right.
I'm excited like what to see from them.
That specific group of talent together, right? It makes sense.
Like
to want to have a
New Orleans.
Them, right?
New Orleans has not seen anything like that yet.
New Orleans is buzzing, and it's not just Zion.
Nah.
Did you hear that they said that
LeVar's down there?
Did you hear that they said that it's not Zion's team, it's Drew Holiday's team?
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday's been the leader of that team. Even last year, like running the ball. If you just watch him in the playoffs, the big buckets he made, like knocking, like who they play in the first round last year?
Portland.
Was it Portland?
Yeah.
And did they win a game or no?
Swept them.
They got swept?
No,
they won one game, didn't they? Or two games?
Portland?
No. The Pelicans.
Or that 2 years ago.
The Pelicans played somebody. The Pelicans were the 8th seed and they swept the first seed or some shit like that. Then they knocked the Spurs out or something like that.
Shit, I don't even remember because then they didn't make it this year, right?
I thought it was some crazy shit.
And then
some crazy shit.
I know they swept Portland.
Who did?
I know
Pelicans last year?
Pelicans swept Portland.
This pat.
Then it
might have been that.
7-2 seed or something.
7-2, I think so. Yeah.
Let's see.
No, because two would have been Houston, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
2 would have been Houston.
I know they did something ridiculous. Yeah, they
Let's see.
That's 3-6. And it makes sense for Portland to be 3.
I think the first team, the first team they played was the Warriors.
Last year?
This is.
That's
this is
last
year.
regular season game.
Yeah. Anyway, it's irrelevant. But, huh? No.
It's coming on the down screen in practice. Yamming him. Everybody's going to respect him from that point on.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just mean like a 19-year-old kid to come into a situation where he's being at least told you got to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, here go the keys to the city. Like,
360 windmill on somebody's
Did you-
head top.
Oh no, they
Did
gonna
you
have
hear
fun with
what-
him in practice if you talk about that. Cause I'm lobbing shit up too. If I got Zion on my team, that's gonna be the funnest. Practice is gonna be lit. That's
I'm
a
getting
young
a shirt
team.
that say "Go get it."
Go get it. Cause
That's why I'm nicknaming him. If
Go
if
get
I'm
it.
his vet, his nickname is "Go Get It."
funny.
But
as hell.
did you see? Like, I'm saying, like, he's in a better situation because he don't have the team telling him like, and the media telling him like, this is your team. Like, did you see what New York said to
RJ.
RJ? They asked him, man, are your shoulders big enough to carry this team and this city?
Hey, what'd he say?
What'd he say?
He had a good response, didn't he?
What'd he say?
What he said?
I don't.
See, people always remember the question, but
Yeah,
they never remember.
I would love to know the response.
He said, why would you ask me a question like that?
So that's your answer. That's the big answer we were supposed to know. That's the big answer we didn't hear. Was that?
I said one sentence. Can I elaborate?
Okay, go ahead.
Please
More
do.
than one sentence.
All right, well,
He
speak.
said, it's a team. It's not my team.
So he went the Westbrook route.
And then
I mean, listen, we all know the Knicks have been bad for a long time. This is like the best player probably since Porzingis, you can say, because they didn't even know they were drafting.
Porzingis turned out to be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't know what they got out of Porzingis, but this is the real hyped player that they've been waiting for a long time. This is like
like K-Knox.
he didn't get as much hype.
K
As
Knox was
RJ.
looked at as a solid pick for where they got him.
Exactly. RJ is like
RJ
a
was like,
generational
we
player
won
for
the
them.
lottery.
Yeah. RJ's a generational player for them. So, huh? What the fuck is it?
Us.
For y'all, Brooklyn
at the
Knicks. For the Brooklyn Knicks.
runitback.pc on Insta.
What the hell were we going with this?
He always talking some wild
Really
shit,
fast
man.
be just
Fucking up the...
you just be talking
The
some not,
whole man.
Knicks nonsense. I like that. Knicks nonsense.
Yo, every morning I wake up to another Knicks post in a group chat. It's just crazy. I wake up to our host here, Adrian, posting some source news, somebody posting about the Knicks.
That's all I see. There's no hope.
And we talking about Utah, and you bring up.
And no,
RJ.
you know what's crazy? No, you know what's crazy is because they were saying, has the New York Knicks, and I'm not even gonna ask you because I already know you're gonna say some crazy ass shit. Has the New York Knicks, have they become the second team in New York? Like with all these players talking about Brooklyn, like, oh, Kyrie might go to Brooklyn. We all know there's two teams. Okay, there's always Madison Square Garden is like the mecca.
So, between the Cubs and the Sox,
What's the biggest team in Chicago? Everyone knows it's the Chicago Cubs. That's the biggest
That's the
team.
marquee team.
That's and because we're not biased, you are. But
I'm not. You never been to Brooklyn. Well, you have been to Brooklyn, so tell them about your experience out there.
we're not talking about
People
that.
wearing New York Knicks jerseys, or you seen Brooklyn Nets jerseys?
I'm seeing a lot of Brooklyn Nets jerseys.
Exactly, it's different.
So
Different.
You're proving my point here. Is what I'm saying is Brooklyn is
over
the owner
taking
got-
the throne.
huh?
Brooklyn's taking the throne.
Brooklyn's taking the throne.
Is what you're saying.
It's Brooklyn. If you go to Manhattan, you're gonna see, Knicks jerseys.
But like you said, has Brooklyn taken over as the biggest team in New York?
The big ticket in the city.
Overall,
You gotta say it's 50-50, I'd say.
How-
Hasn't
I
quite-
say they.
This is the
they-
deciding year. This is the deciding year. This is the deciding year.
Because the Knicks still have the history, and the Nets made the playoffs, so they've got their,
No. They're hot right now. They're hot right now.
The Knicks
It's-
as well are getting.
It's what's going on with the Clippers and the Lakers,
I think.
right?
It's even
The
more
Clippers
than
were in the playoffs. The Lakers were not. Everybody's talking about, are the Clippers the new big team? It's all controversy, but
Yeah, Clippers not.
that's never, especially now that you got these big time players
Right.
coming to the
You
Lakers.
got Bronny actually going, little Bronny.
But in Brooklyn, no moves have been made.
I think what the difference though now is that it's like in Chicago, when people talk about like, I'm from Chicago, you know, when you go away to college, I'm from Chicago. Oh yeah, what part? You say, well, your neighborhood. And you ask the other person, what part of Chicago you from? And they say Bolingbrook. And it's like, bro, like you're not from Chicago,
Naperville, Bolingbrook, Aurora.
That's what's going on with the on top of the fact that they're winning in New York. And that's what's happening with Brooklyn. Like they're actually a New York-based team, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not in Jersey, right? Like, as a New Yorker, what you think? You think it's like it has to do with the fact that they're in Brooklyn now? Or if they were winning in Jersey, would they even be talking like this?
You know, I don't think I think so. That's. I think you gotta. People think that because Madison Square Garden is in Manhattan, it's not a part of New York. Nah, it's in New York. It's just. It's more like it's become so popular. It's bigger than.
Of course,
basketball.
it's a symbol. It's a symbol, and it's an iconic symbol. And no, but that's because culture. You got the Knicks, like in hip hop, and guys like Spike Lee. It's the Garden. It comes with a lot of history.
So you gotta build that type of history with Brooklyn, but
Right.
But sometimes things get lost in history.
Sometimes
the
kids
Knicks
don't want to know the history. You know?
What's their family wager?
His Brooklyn Knicks. So when Brooklyn win 39 games and the Knicks win 17, he gonna add them up.
Oh, okay. So
He gonna add them up.
all right. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up a little bit. Who is the best player you have seen play like in person? Whether you played with him, you went to a game, basketball player. Who's the best player you've ever seen play in person?
For me, it's, I guess technically, I saw LeBron play in New Orleans. I don't think he necessarily
that was dope.
I don't think he necessarily
AD played too,
crazy.
didn't
AD was hurt.
Oh.
But like the best player that I've actually like seen go off is Anthony Davis. And
no. Seen, we experienced. There was a difference.
Like, yeah,
We played-
and it was in high school.
Yeah, we played Anthony Davis in high school, and the first time we played him, it was fair game. He only dropped 12 points. Second time we played him, this motherfucker done grew some inches.
Yeah.
If y'all know the story of Anthony Davis, he grew like 8-9 inches in 1 year, his junior year. So the first time we played him, he was about 6'8". Second time we played him, he was like 6'11".
It's funny though because they tell the story about how he grew over that summer, but we played them in November, right? And then
played them in February, March.
And he grew
Three,
year.
yeah.
Like, he walked in the gym, and I remember I'm just like, damn, they coach tall as hell. We doing the warm-ups. Like, they coach tall as hell. And then he come out with a jersey out of the locker room, like, man. And it's just like, oh, he just
was
tall
soft
for no
as hell.
reason. He
I'm
tall
not
for
gonna
no
lie.
reason.
AD, if you ever hear this shit, we saw you jag a dunk, couple of them.
Yeah.
But the second time,
Made
he
your coach call a
dropped
timeout.
46, 26, and like 12 on us. So
we got that matchup. We was happy. We was like, we already beat them.
Yeah.
Like let's
and
get
he
it.
went off in the state playoffs. But that's not the player that I would choose.
Yeah, but I saw LeBron play, but he didn't go crazy.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like the best player that I've seen like
Was AD in person?
do it in person and like do it for real was AD.
I seen. I bought floor tickets to I think it was the Utah Jazz versus Bulls, where they had Jimmy and D Rose was on that team, and I think D Rose went nuts right before he left the Bulls, and like just seeing that like floor seats 100 level was like the most I've seen go off. Like high school play is different,
Yeah.
Like
Right, definitely.
hooping in the NBA doing it, and that was when D Rose like got injured a couple times, came back, had a good game. I think Rodney Hood was still on the. Rodney Hood went crazy for Utah too.
Yeah.
But I think we ended up losing that game. Well, didn't we go to that game? No. What game did we go to? Nuggets. Yep.
So it was D Rose for you?
D Rose. I got D Rose.
D Rose went crazy, yeah. I mean, I didn't get a chance to go to any Bulls games when we had D Rose
You didn't?
going wild. Like, nah.
I saw D Rose at the Garden actually.
Did you win the
how
Knicks
did he
for the
do?
Knicks?
His first game.
Yeah.
I was in New York.
Were you studying in New York at the time?
Yeah, I was studying in New York at the time. I was doing like an arts program type shit. But anyway, I won tickets. Craziest story ever. So they had this like basketball tournament to like win tickets or whatever. It was like knockout. It was long. It was a long ass line. But I got there early because I woke up in the morning, seen it on Twitter. Like, damn, okay. When I walk up, some dude's like, yo, like, come take pics or whatever. I'm
Right.
like, man, this dude definitely obviously works for like Madison Square Garden. Like, what's up? And
Yeah.
I'll take pics. So boom, the game's going. I'm not hitting shit. You know, my shit was all the wind. It was mad.
You know my shit was off, he said.
Hey,
My shit was
Reef.
off, the wind.
Listen,
The
listen.
wind. Look, listen. No,
We
no,
know,
no,
Reef.
no.
We
My
know.
story here, we're gonna continue it anyway. Look,
And
the
we
wind
know.
was blowing my shit. It was all over. So, you know, none of them fell.
Right,
eventually.
right.
So I didn't win
Indoor,
any
right?
tickets.
You didn't win any tickets.
It was
Okay.
outdoor, of course. Indoor, blowing outdoor. But yeah, my shit didn't fall. I ain't win no tickets. But that dude pulled up on me with an envelope, and then it had 2 tickets in it. So, you know, I got to watch D-Rose's first game at the Garden. He fucked my Connie up too.
Yeah.
Did we go to the we went? Was it you?
When?
That we went to the U of I game? Who did I go with?
No,
Remember?
I didn't go to U of I game.
One of the kids on our floor, when we were down at U of I, was on the elevator with the president of the university. And he was like, hey, are you doing anything tonight? It's a Illini game. Here's 2 tickets. So the guy on our floor was like, hey, I don't watch basketball. You know what I'm saying? You want some tickets? Who the hell did I go with? He said, not me. But it was pretty much the same thing. And they gave me the tickets. I would have never went to a Illini game. But I forgot
Who
who.
did you go with?
It probably was with Matt or
Probably.
Trevor or one of them. Huh?
Mike, the artist.
The artist. Shout out the artist.
Shout out the artist. We gotta have him on.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
That's a lot of sports talk. We ain't getting
We did
bash
do a
Reef
lot
today
of
about the Knicks. We kept it pretty.
cordial.
We didn't fuck up, you know, so you got to let me slide.
You guys got anything y'all want to talk about that was in the news? Or current events or anything?
Anything personal coming up for anybody?
Nah, I just meeting with some people trying to do some couple of events that we're probably trying to work on.
Right.
Just setting
We'll
up.
announce those when
of
it's
course.
time.
When it's time. Just trying to set up some meetings to do some events for us and for the community, like we spoke about earlier. Just work on this. Work on getting better. Staying active in social media.
Definitely.
The only thing recent in my shit kind of E3.
Was
Video game thing.
Right.
okay.
Nintendo dropped a lot of stuff, like DLC stuff for Smash getting dropped. Pokemon for the Switch, first game they're dropping for the Switch.
I heard that.
They're dropping a
Man,
sequel.
the Switch is dope, yo.
Dropping a sequel game to the Zelda.
I heard that too on the Switch too, right? Yeah.
Bro, I was playing 2K
Yeah.
on the was the Switch,
Switch,
the other
yeah.
day, but you can't do like crossovers
it's
and
rough.
like it's like playing on your phone. But I mean, when you're on your lunch break, shit, who don't want to play 2K? You
Right.
know, that Switch is no, but that's something I'm looking into buying too.
PlayStation ain't really dropped nothing. Microsoft, regular shit.
Who's on the cover of the new 2K? Have they announced that?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, it won't be announced until later.
Madden, I know. No, Giannis was just on this cover.
Most likely it'll be D Wade
It might be Harden.
or D Wade or Dirk. No, there'll be a Legend edition if they'll do that. So like the regular edition will probably be Harden, Luka maybe.
It's 2020,
I don't
so
know,
that's
because Harden was just on live.
Right. So
he
probably
hasn't been on. Has he?
He was on live's cover.
I know about 2K's cover. He hasn't been on 2K's cover.
No, not 2K.
Okay.
Mahomes,
Yeah.
Madden 20, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, football's coming up, fantasy's coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get into that. Yeah,
too,
we were
though.
some big fantasy guys. So if you guys are
Definitely.
fantasy,
Might have to do a running back fantasy league. Maybe open it up to some of the viewers and stuff. Have a big that'd be some stuff to talk about off the air.
anything else? You got any houses you got to sell?
Always. I just had an inspection today. Like I said, I had one the other day when I was talking to my nephew, and so couple closing. Just got 2 more properties on, I guess, northwest side. They'll be hitting the market very soon. I will tell y'all the price, but I don't want to scare y'all. But yeah, very new construction, luxury stuff. So I'm very happy where I'm at with that. So I think that's all I really got going on. So what's up?
An event, and actually another event.
Yeah.
Remember I said to you guys that that Eventbrite. I think it was like an Eventbrite thing.
Oh yeah,
like a career event.
That's another thing that I got going on too. Yeah.
Where just going to some career events, trying to stay active. You know, interacting with people. What's the word I'm looking for?
Networking.
Networking. Yeah, networking. Just reaching out. There's a couple organizations. They're going to be in the job fair, so just looking forward to just pushing and working in the next couple.
I got a networking event that I'm gonna tell you about once we stop recording. I'm interested to know your take. We might cover it on the next podcast. I think we should go and then cover it or like recap. It's an interesting one for everybody in the room, as a matter of fact. But yeah, so we can talk about that, and I mean, if we go as a podcast, and then I got. You know what I'm saying?
We can do whatever. You know we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it.
Yeah, do we got anything else up here right now?
I think that's it, man. So if that's all we got, on behalf of Bobby Bands
And
Bruce,
Running Back Podcast,
Reef, Chris, and Tasha behind the camera. I didn't forget to call her out. I'm Percy.
I'm Adrian, Bobby Bands, again.
And this is the Running Back Podcast. We'll see you next week.
You remember?
What's that?
They got to follow us, bro.
They know where to follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook.
I'm going to tell them again. Let
them know.
And whoever edits this,
hey.
put the little thing right here, Running Back Podcast.
Run it back
Podcast.
And put the app right there.
No, runitback.pc.
.pc. There you go.
Follow, like, share.
That shit hard as fuck for me.
We love the criticism. We love the advice. We love the support. Keep supporting.
Comment.
Yes.
Your comments go a long way.
Share.
Everything.
We know people
tell
are watching.
Tell your people to tell their people.
Yeah. We see the numbers, y'all. People are watching. Let us know what your favorite parts are. You know, message us directly.
Timestamp in the comments.
Yeah,
Timestamp your favorite part in the comments.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's start a hashtag. Shit Percy say.
But yeah, again, appreciate it. We out.
We out.